Welcome back to another technical analysis, and today we are taking a look at Toncoin. Now, two things that caught our attentions here are bigger CMA gaps here on the 4-hour time frame. I think we can see it better, or hourly time frame. Let me quickly move to this. So we see that first wave of the CMA gap and second wave of the CMA gap, basically both of them are unfilled. Now, few of you have been asking what does the CME stands for. Basically, CME is the price difference between the weekend's opening and the weekend's closing. So usually tends that price, when it forms the CME gap, it just quickly fills, or it fills within the next 7 days. For example, you can see here a smaller one. Here as well, we filled it pretty quickly. And I can't see any more on the day here as well. So you get the point of the CMA gaps. Now, overall, if we look, then when Toncoin just launched, basically, we had a good upward rally. Then neckline was broken with this bigger liquidity movement. Then yet another liquidity movement. Buyers took over. And now since then, we have been seeing some sort of buy-side dominance where we need to secure this 100 EMA line on the daily time frame. So if we just look on this time frame, so daily time frame, what we are expecting is at least an increase of 75%, 73% of market price movement, with stop loss being slightly below this liquidity branch line here, maybe even like actually slightly above as well. So now going to the 4-hour time frame to get a better understanding of few zones that we want to keep an eye on is basically on the 4-hour time frame. We would set this zone as a point of interest for us right now, and of course keeping an attention near this 200-100 this EMA line, because since the April we've been just bouncing from one side to another, just both fighting buyers and sellers trying to show dominance, yet no one has shown any kind of proper like retest or securement, because we had some sort of potential sell side movements happening here, but then again buyers took over. So in order to see, like, to play it the most safest way possible, would go into long position in this region or even in this region, so in between this area. Now in this case, let's say we put it here, stop loss would be here, then of course the risk reward ratio would be 1 to 2.5, something like this. But still, upward movement is our main priority on the Toncoin. Now, of course, we might see further movement to the sideways channel, meaning we might see just price to continue and glide in this kind of wall. Wait, let me do it just like this. So we might see the price to glide further similarly to this one, and then at one point just go in and fill quickly the first CMA gap and the second CMA gap. So this might take pretty long time before we see any kind of proper movements on the Toncoin, but eventually what we want to see is by the end of this month, at least the price to break above this area, reach first zone here, and then fill the first and second CMA gaps. So that's it for the Toncoin. Once again, we want to see upward movement and fill of both of CMA gaps with a potential of like 1 to 4, 1 to 3, 1 to 2.5, depending on the time frame, of course, risk and reward ratios. So as always, thank you for watching and see you on the next one.